No, it's off the wall answer that I just gave, but seriously, I would because if you were to figure out what deity they would give praise to and whatnot, you would have a better. I want to roll my syrup. You might have a better idea on what lineage that particular group came from historically, and you might be able to look their history up in different books, whether it be the Popol Vuh or Numi Lish or stuff of that nature, or you know what I mean? Even the Bible. So that's what I would probably ask them. That's a really good question right there. Like you had me on that question there. I like that one. That was a good one. Trying to find a lighter. Let's figure it out from this. That worked. Better than nothing. Any other questions? That was a good question. I took my head unit off and used it by hand. You would ask him to teach you. Well, that is teaching you something. If you're asking them, what deity, I mean, that would give you a big hint to their lineage, where they came from and whatnot. Well, I'm sure they would probably have a lot of stuff to teach, like esoteric things and things of that nature. I'd be shocked at some of the things they'd probably be able to teach you. Definitely. Robert, may I ask you? Excuse me. Choking on a cigarette. May I ask you, what do you think they are? Let me kill the spotlight so it don't die. There we go. Phone's still illuminating my face enough. Robert, what do you think they are? I think my personal belief is it depends on the lineage they came from. I think some are descent of what they would call the Nephilim, whereas there's others that are from the archetype. Lost tribes, okay. Like other ones too, like the five-toe ones, I believe are descendants of Esau. But that's just my opinion, my hypothesis based on my research that I've done throughout the years. Um, Either way you look at that, they would be a lost tribe. That's why I like the older stuff. Like books from the 12, the 1700s. They were common in those books. Sorry, I'm using my knife again. They were common to find. The wild man, the hairy man, even in the Bible, your Enem or Emites. And I think what had happened, this is what I think, this is my hypothesis, I'm no expert, but I think that throughout history, they got, settlers come in, and what do people do? The things they're scared of, they eradicate it. And I think that's what happened. They started eradicating them, and they were forced into hiding. That's my personal opinion. Turn my line so I know more. I lost weight. But this ILB, he make me feel fat, make me bulky. I don't agree with the Gigantopithecus thing. Like, there was a point where, and that point didn't last too long either, where I thought they were monkeys or apes, and that theory died fast. That theory died real fast. The things that I was seeing out here, things I've gotten on film, I'm like, oh, monkey can't do that. That ain't no damn monkey. But before, I thought they were monkeys. I thought they were monkeys when I got them on trail camera the first time. Before that, wait, let me read what you said. I thought they were people in the woods messing with me. Yes, you were exactly right. See, that's why I say when I first got them on trail camera, I was like, because at first I thought they were people. Like, I tell my wife, I'm like, you got inbreds living in the woods, and they throw rocks at me, and they look around trees at me. What the hell? It's like the woods have eyes. And then I got on my trail camera, and I'm like, holy shit, we got monkeys in Pennsylvania. And then I started like surveying these woods hardcore, night vision surveillance, thermal surveillance, audio surveillance, all kinds of shit. Like, all kinds of shit. I got a lot of technology and money dumped into this place. And as far as equipment. And I started realizing they could do things that just confuses me, And through that, I learned, well, they're not monkeys. Monkeys can't do that. Have I gotten any gives? Yes, actually, I've had been given bundles of sticks, like literally like bundles of dry ass sticks, perfect for starting fires. I used to leave them at the edge of the property where I go in at. I have the one time there was a squished raccoon. It stole from the gifting pile, which the gifting pile is. Let me flip this around. I'll turn the spotlight on so you can see it right there. Let me zoom it. 2 bags of apples. That's a squeaky chicken. You got a King Kong toy on the other side of my gear bag there. A broken Barbie there. They broke the leg off. They got a G.I. Joe, a broken He-Man toy. They broke it, not me. But then they given me sticks, and the one time I thought it was real weird. They gave me a hagstone, and I didn't know what a hagstone was at the time, and I was just like, "Whoa, cool!" They gave me this big ass red rock with a hole through it. It looks like someone stuck their finger through it, and I didn't know that it was a hagstone. So yeah, and then I looked up what hagstones are and the meanings of them, and they're used with the Fae. They're used for seeing past the veil. If you look through the hole, I haven't tested that yet, though. I haven't looked through the hole of it. Nothing. I ain't gonna lie, I'd feel kind of stupid if I did. I'm like, I have to look into the rock. do some thermal scan real quick just in case there's something that I'm not seeing with the night vision. Because last time I got them on thermal, it's in my shorts. Last time I got them on thermal, I wasn't seeing them with my night vision. Like I heard a couple of wood knocks tonight, a couple of times. I heard something big go through branches down that way, but I had no visual confirmation, so I couldn't say if it was this or that or whatever. Maybe try looking through it tonight. I don't have it on me tonight. I do not have it on me tonight. How about this? Next time I come out here bi-weekly for weekends. Next time I come out, I will bring my hagstone with me, and I will try looking through it. I'll do that because they supposedly say that you can see through the veil to the Fae, and also it's supposed to be good for protection as well because water has a lot of energy power to it, and those holes in them is from water. So all that energy, I guess, would be absorbed into that rock if you go off of, the cultural and indigenous cultures and stuff like that will say about it. And I do not knock at all indigenous culture beliefs because they have been right more so than anybody I know when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I can't knock them. You say this is what a hagstone does? Okay, that's cool. I'll take your word for it. But I haven't tested that out yet. Shame on me, I guess. Turn. Please give him a turn. I gotta lie though, I'm getting tired. I gotta go to church tomorrow. I love these night vision goggles here, but what sucks about them is that they're set at 1 by magnification. There's digital zoom and all that. But being that it's set on a magnification already, 1 by, really it jacks around with your perception, your depth perception, like hardcore. So like when you're walking around and maneuvering in the woods with these, everything looks like further away than it really is. Or it looks, I mean, not further away, it looks closer. My bad. It looks closer than what it really is. You can see where I'm going. Okay. It sucks whenever I breathe out. It's all fog coming out my mouth, and it keeps catching on the thing. My white strobe. I don't even know how much battery I have on my phone. I need to check that real quick. Because if this dies during a live stream, okay, we're good still. Still got 20%. Yeah, I think we've been lied to from the beginning. There is something more to us not knowing about Sasquatch. I wonder why we have been lied to. I could give you some clues. Think about this, all right? Remember earlier I was saying that people freak out and things they're scared of. Okay, now if they came out publicly, the government would say, they're coming out with all this UFO shit right now. Well, if they came out and confirmed, and it says, well, everybody, I know we told you that Sasquatch was fake, and there's no such thing as giants, and this and that and the other, but guess what? They are real, and they live in your woods. All right? So we'll say that announcement just went out. Tax stamp season's going to come through for hunting season. When the tax stamp season comes in, what percentage do you think they're going to lose in tax stamps for hunting or fishing? Because people are going to be afraid to go into the woods. People are going to be afraid to go near the waters because they fear what they don't understand. So, being that they'd be afraid, oh, I'm going to get taken, or this is going to try to eat me, or this is going to happen. Like, the worst things go through people's minds. Like, their imaginations go haywire. And I think because of that, there would be serious implications on tax stamps. And the government is about that dollar. They don't care if it's a penny, they want it. And if by chance something like that would cause them to lose out on any sufficient amount of money, I think that'd be a wrap on that. I think that's why the Smithsonian covers it all up. I think that's why the government is all hush hush about it. That's truly what I think. I think it's about money. Because they're afraid people will be afraid to go out and they lose that dollar. Yeah. So that's my opinion. Or the other factor to take into consideration is human beings is a hateful breed. You know what I mean? It's the truth. How many people are going to go out and think that they're going to bag one for a trophy? And if that mind perception comes in and somebody goes out with them kind of thoughts and they get ripped apart, I mean, think about it. There would be more bad than good, the government would think. But I think transparency is better because there's things in these woods that people don't believe in. And it's like, for instance, my family. I got laughed at. My mom and dad laughed at me. My uncles laughed at me. And I told them, I was like, man, there's these gorilla people. I didn't know they were Sasquatch yet. I'm like, there's these monkey men in the woods. And they laugh at me. Like, seriously, they made jokes about me and shit. So I was like, all right, make fun of me. That's cool. I'm going to start recording everything I do in those woods. So I started recording everything down here. Every time I step foot in the woods, I start recording. They ain't laughing at me no more. Then I started getting them on film. I get them on trail camera. I get them on night vision and this and that and the other. So I turn around and go show my family, like, look, I told you these things are real. And it went from laughing at me to every time they find out I'm coming out here, oh, be careful. So yeah, I mean, that's the whole reason I started recording anything in the woods is because I got sick of getting made fun of by my own family. And that bothered me, you know? I don't make fun of people, and I don't want to be made fun of, especially because I had encounters. That's why I'm sensitive about encounters with people, you know? Some people, I've seen shows where they would have someone on there who's had an encounter, then they make a laughing stock at the person and make fun of them. It's bullshit, you know? And then, I don't know. There's a lot of things. It's like, look at Sasquatch Chronicles. You ever watched that? cracks me up. Such a high percentage of those stories. I was so terrified. It was the worst experiences of my life. Meanwhile, all the squatch did was go, oh, pretty much said hi to him, and it was the scariest thing that ever happened to him. It was the worst experience in life. Come the fuck on. People don't, they fear what they don't understand. These things are esoteric beings. They were here before us humans. I truly believe that. They've been here longer than us. Where are you from, Robert? If you don't mind me asking, just state wise, like what state? I think you mentioned earlier in the comments, but I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember. Trees for now. Montana, okay. I've been in Montana before. I was on a road trip cross country. My old boss, he collected uh, hit and miss engines, steam powered ones, and he would travel. So we went to California. We went to Redding, California, and so we drove cross country. And when we when, when we was on our way back, because we cut up to Washington State, we went to that railroad museum up there, that little hotel thing they have, and then we cut across. And when we were coming back, we ran into this real nasty blizzard. Like tractor trailers were on the side of the road and shit. All you see was white. And we pulled into this place. It was a indigenous native reservation. It was the Crow Nations, and they let us in. And my boss, I was like, dude, let me talk to them. And he's like, no, I got this. He was this old dude from Yugoslavia, and they're nice to us. They're letting us have some hot chocolate and shit. And then their chief comes in, and he had a large nose. It was wide, and it had craters on it. I guess he had acne at one point. And what happened was Steve. He started calling. He goes, how? He said how to him and put his hand up and said, how? You potato nose. I Yugoslavian American. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You don't talk to people like that. You don't say how, you say oh or tanze. What the hell? And he offended them. And he made us leave. He made us leave. Kicked our asses out because he was disrespectful, which I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. He was a prick. They were helping us, and he got cocky with them and shit. I didn't like that. I don't care who you are, where you from, as long as you ain't a weirdo. And when I say weirdo, I mean like pervert type people and people who like to hurt people. As long as you ain't like that, I'm cool with you. Sorry, I'm looking around. I want to be able to see. And it is dark out here, and it's a full moon tonight, and I can't see shit. Normally, when there's a full moon, I can see what's going on around me, I don't need no lights in these woods. You can see between the trees. Not tonight. It's dark. Does that thing move? Facial recognition? Huh. Let me go check. I am not walking with that thing down. Too much Peter Pan. No, it didn't move. I thought it did. See what it sucks about this? This facial. I don't even have a looking at it. This facial recognition thing right here. What sucks about it is there ain't a face on it. In 20 minutes. Hey, let me turn this. I don't want to shock it. If there's not a face on it in 20 minutes, it doesn't register. It will shut off by itself. But from the looks of this, I think this is dead. Yeah, this is off. I think this is dead now. Let me double check. What the hell? It was shut off. It's seriously, it's shut off. What the? Let's drop. I didn't even come over here and touch this damn thing. I didn't even touch it. It was off. That's messed up. When they're around, do you feel they're around or does? All right, you could feel like I'm trying to think how to explain it. It's like an electromagnetic type of feeling. Like your hairs stand up on the back of your neck or your arm. You can feel it like a tingle in the air, like a charge sensation. On top of that, it gets quiet. Like right now, I'm hearing crickets. Like when the crickets and the frogs all shut up and everything gets quiet, you really need to start checking your footage at that point. Let me lift this up so I can see comments again. Okay, he didn't say nothing else after that. But yeah, it gets quiet. Like you can hear a pin drop in the woods. Like creepy quiet. And then when it gets like that, all you hear is the footsteps in the leaves, running, peeling up and down the trees. I really don't think anything's out like around here tonight. But then again, every time I say that, I'm wrong. always making me go to church tomorrow. It's like I feel bad whenever I'm in the woods all night. Like I stay out until daytime, and then I try to go to church, and I start snoring, and then people get mad at me. They don't realize I'm in the woods at night. Oh yes, most definitely. Yahushua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, Nazareth. Yep, I am a follower of Christ. Most definitely, 100%. You know what? I think you're right about that. I really do. Because something that happened out there before. And no, I didn't have to call upon his name. It was type of response I got when I was singing some hymns. Sanctuary. I actually got a response from that. Another one I get responses from down here sometimes there is the Eagle song. Have you ever heard that one? Yeah, I like that one down here too. Barely in action tonight though. I got those thrown at me. I got all kinds of stuff going on. I believe that there are good and bad ones, like Dog Man is dad. You know what? There's something I cannot agree with you about. It is the Son of Syphily, the Dogman being bad. I cannot agree with you on that. I apologize. I've had encounters down here with them as well. As a matter of fact, go back in my shorts and whatnot, and even videos, you'll find the footage. They just watch. They watch you. Down here, they pack with the Squatches. Like literally, they pack with them. Yes, it is a full moon tonight. Even though it doesn't look like it down here. But I don't think those are bad. I've had several close encounters with them down here. Knock on wood, but nothing negative has ever occurred with me. So I can't say nothing bad about them, man. Like, when people have bad run-ins with them, I wonder to myself, what were they doing to cause that bad encounter? You know what I mean? Like, dogs read people. Like, I don't know, but I've had run-ins with them down here, and none of my run-ins were bad. None of them. I've let me take this off here. I've stood at the bottom of a tree, shined my light right off that one space. He popped his head out, let me see him, and then he went back behind a branch. Got it on film. Another time, over that way, there was two. I have the camera facing the wrong way. Over that way, there was two of them peeking around the tree together at me. Another time, wait, right up in there was two up in there watching me. There was a white one and a black one. The one that was up in the tree was a black one. And then over that way, it was a gray one and a white one. And then the messed up encounter was a gray one. That scared me. I ain't gonna lie. That scared me. I thought I was gonna kill my friend. But that was because we were jacking around down here, and I guess it took it the wrong way. I don't know. I thought my friend was going to get eaten. That day really, that bothered me. That really bothered me that day. All right. Let me go down through it. I'm going to set this right here and have it aim this way recording. Have that recording that way. But it's still going. All right. My hand is right here. My head was right here because I was watching up that position. My friend Rich was with me. His hammock was tied to this tree. Okay. So his head was at this end. Fire was here. We staged a fight to see what would happen. Because earlier that day, there was a squash waiting in the prone position right from that ridge. He says, hey, it keeps watching me. I said, no, it's watching me. So we split up. We had two-way radios. I flanked to the right, he flanked to the left. It got up and followed me. Across that ridge right there. Stayed up on that ridge and followed me. I went all over to where that ravine is over there. Confirmed I was the one being watched. Okay, let's regroup back again. So we regrouped. It went back up to its position up there, laid back down. So this is a Sasquatch point of view. So I'm standing right here, and right here at my hammock. And I told him, I said, hey dude, it's fire poker. On the count of 3, I want you to swing it until I get me over the head. And then I'm going to slump over my hammock and I'm going to play dead. So that's what we did. I slumped over the hammock. I acted like I was knocked out, but I laid it so my head was angled so I could see up the hill. And this fire was ripping that night. It was huge. So the eye shined up high. It jumped up real high, quick. And it looked like it was going up and down like on its toes. And moving to see what was going on. And then it lunged forward. Another one grabbed it and held it back. And then it let out this yell. It was a train wreck yell. And he was standing right here. His hammock was right here. All the shit started flying in from this position over here. There was nuts, sticks, branches, a tire, anything these woods had to offer was being thrown at him. He turned this way and he put his arm up to cover his face. When he was looking that way, I heard 2 large I don't know if they were squatchers or sunsetfleas. On the other side of this brush line here, was pulling ass down the hill real fast on the quads, all fours. They were coming down around the flank behind him. So I realized that was an ambush attack getting ready to occur. So I jumped up, grabbed light sticks, cracked them, and I started waving them around and whooping like a jackass, letting them know everything was cool when we were playing around. And all the activity that I stopped, like everything got dead, like instantly. And this was around, I don't know, maybe like 1:30 in the morning. So around 4:30 comes around. He's laying in his hammock here, and his head's up this way. He's sawing logs. I mean, he's snoring. And I'm laying in my hammock with just watch, with my night vision and shit. Well, my night vision died. The battery just died, and it shouldn't have, because it had battery. It should not have died. So this wood pile was not here at the time. It was right here against this tree. Looked around the tree, down at him, and then it looked at me. And then it went down in the prone position, came between these two trees here on its belly, and it slid up underneath of his hammock right here. So it's on the ground, it's underneath his hammock. I'm over in my hammock, I'm going, dude, wake up, and he ain't responding. So its head comes up over his hammock, and it looked down at him, and it looked up at me, and then its head went back down again, and went back under his hammock. Now, it did this a few times. 3 times. Its head would come up, look at him, look at me, and go back down underneath. And then, I just flashed my light right into those. And then whenever, after the last time it did it, it stood up on its hind legs. So it's like right here standing over him, peering down on him, okay? It laid its head on his chest, like his ear, as if it was listening to his freaking heartbeat. Like literally, it laid its head on his chest, like he was listening to his heart. And then it began to sniff. It started at his chest, and it went up to his neck, and then to his cheek. And when it got to his cheek, it did an exhale, like a dog wheeze exhale, where they blow their snot out at you and shit. It did that. And he opened his eyes. He didn't scream or nothing, but I mean, I ain't saying what all, but it scared the shit out of him. And it curled its mouth up, like some National Geographic shit, all the curves and lines in its face. And the gums, I'd have to say, was about almost the size of G.I. Joe. 2.5, 3-inch gum line. It showed all its teeth. And it growled at him. And then from down, let me go over and show you exactly where. Down in this cut over here, there's a drop off right there. We heard a grunt. It was like, oh, something like that. And then it was standing right here. It was right here. It looked down there, looked over at me, looked down at him, looked at me, looked down at him, looked back over there, looked at me, looked at him, showed all its teeth, looked back at me again, and then it looked down at him and stuck its tongue out, touched the tip of its tongue on his cheek, and then turned and walked down there to meet up where we heard that grunt. And that was it for the night. That was it for that night. Now you see why that scared the shit out of me? I thought my buddy was gone. Ever since. Ever since I made a rule fucking around out here like that. steps with a crunch, like a stick crunch. The second step was leaves. And that was it. Man, that's upsetting. I'm gonna start hearing things when I'm getting tired and ready to go to bed. Yeah, that's what happened. That was the scariest experience I've ever had down here. I'm checking with my flare right now. I know. I know my task cam heard it too. Get my heat signatures. It's my wife. She seen something not long ago. Came from these woods across the river next to her. She's seen it. That must have been so much. She drew. He's the artist. She drew what she's seen. Tomorrow at noon, that video of her explaining what she saw will be released. Scheduled for noon tomorrow. Easter time. Easter time. I got his signature right there. It's a possum. I think it's a possum. Something's going up that tree. Hello, possum. How do you do? Are you a happy boy? Yeah, go with Henry. Been live for an hour and a half. I'm looking for a happy little possum. Hello, possum. How do you do? He's like, you come see me. You don't see me. I gave you an apple, but they're for the swatches. I don't want you to get squished. So go ahead, little possum. Go play Spider-Man. Have fun climbing trees. It sounds good. I can eat it. You're setting up Buddy's tablet on the pranks I played. Oh, that's cool. He said, you're still awake. Henry, what time is it, man? Because I think you're in the same time zone as me. I'm like super tired and I gotta go to church tomorrow. Or are you at the new play? No. Oh, it's 3:20 already. Shit. No, this is the standing place that I always want to. This ain't the new area. I'm going home tomorrow. The new areas are closer to my house. Sorry, I didn't mean to dangle. That was that dangle in there from my wheel. It's 130 for you or 120 for you. Oh man. My wife's gonna want me to get up at like 7. We're gonna go to church and I'm gonna end up snoring again. I'm gonna feel bad because I'm friends with the preacher. I ain't getting no heat signatures. I think it's starting to rain. At least it sounds like. Checking my night vision. I got something in my eye. That sucked. Tech troubles. No. No troubles, Henry. Troubles at all. I'm just tired. I'm really tired. I've been out here all night. I'm also hungry. I have a can of Spam over here, but I don't feel like cooking that. Oh crap! I got a roll of cigarette. I thought I had an extra one in here. Any teenagers watching this video, being that I had just mentioned that I'm about to roll a cigarette, if someone offers you tobacco and you have not tried it before, say no. It will destroy your life. Serves as general notice. Ho ho. Take care of your health. Don't be like me. Mess my lungs up. I'm addicted to nicotine. And I got breathing issues. So, if you don't smoke, don't pick it up. Not good for you. I can't even see. I think you broke up the whole 18 thing. What 18 thing? What you talking about, Willis? You remember that show? What, about cigarettes? Cigarettes are bad for you. I'm addicted. I didn't start smoking cigarettes till I was 24. I wish I never did. And then I tried to. I was vaping for a little while, but vaping hasn't been doing me very good. It hurts my lungs, and I honestly think that I'm getting what they call popcorn lung from vaping. So I went back to cigarettes. But oh shit, I just broke my cigarette vape. I can't even see what I'm doing out here. My headlamp died. But I ruined that one. I went back to tobacco because the vape was hurting my lungs. And I read a lot of bad things about popcorn lung, and it kind of freaked me out. Worse than dope smoking. Worse than dope smoking cigarettes. Yeah. But I got addicted to nicotine. That was my fault. I shouldn't have. And I can't even be like, well, look at the bright side. I don't use alcohol, which is true. I don't use alcohol. I don't use hard drugs. I'm against that kind of stuff. But the cigarettes, the vaping, and all that got me. And I've tried to quit. And I'm not going to lie, man. That nicotine is stronger than my will to quit, I guess. I tried to quit, and it don't work. Don't work. That's one thing, and if I could go back in time and change, I wouldn't have started smoking cigarettes. That's one thing I wish I never did. Okie dokie, cigarette tube, get on that nubby. Ah, it folded. It is so hard rolling cigarettes in these tubes in the dark. Last one I just tried to do, I accidentally blew the metal part of the thing through the paper. Alright, let's try it now. Stay strong, paper. I want to smoke you. There we go. Worked that time. Fill the bag back up. Yeah, I'm going to be heading back up to the house here a little bit. I don't want to fall asleep in church. I don't want no one being mad at me. And tomorrow I am going home. And when I get home, you're addicted when you have light one with flint still. I used a lighter. I didn't use my ferro rod to light it. I'll tell you what, I have tried that before to light a cigarette on a ferro rod. That is so hard. That is a challenge. I have tried that before. That clang was my hand claws. Is it still recording? Yeah. Okay, the position is working. There we go. That way now. I'm going to leave this down here. Let it run. My Tascam is still running for audio. Leave that run. Oh, it's a big ass fucking tree. I thought that was something else. Yeah, Henry, my Tascam's in there. I need some things down here to run then. I'm tired. I'm whooped. My back hurts like hell. I'm gonna go up to the house. Maybe eat a banana or something. Take an ibuprofen and try to go to bed. Well, I need to get a shower too. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, my right guard turned left. What was up in the tree? Oh, you was up in this tree stand. That's what's up. Any luck? So am I calling it a night? Well, yeah, but here's the thing though, Robert. When I call it a night, I'm a procrastinator. Procrastinate on getting out. I gotta walk all the way up there, past the big X structure. I don't know if you've seen the X structure here. And then tomorrow, I'll have to run down here, grab my equipment up. Gotta get this snuffed out. My stuff put away. So it'll probably be a couple more minutes. And not only that, my phone is it's got like 12% battery. So, oh, it's your first time, Robert. Okay. Well, my battery's getting low. And when you're live, when your battery dies on your phone while you're live, it'll stay live and just keep having a black screen with a swirly cue until you get your phone charged up enough to turn back on so you can end your live. I don't want that. Do not want that. But tonight, recap of all tonight, we just saw a possum up there. I heard a crash bam boom earlier down that way. Tascam heard it, I know that. I heard whistling, even though I didn't hear whistling. Blink, blink, wink, wink. I already know what that is. And you guys will hear about that tomorrow at noon. My wife tells that what she saw. And that's what's out here whistling. I don't mess with that thing. I displayed no fear. same note, I respect it. I'm sorry. Something that could twist its spine backwards like that and walk on all fours with its back towards the ground. Fuck you. Good. Let's go back to that. So on this channel at noon, yeah, tomorrow, like my wife drew a picture of it too. Like she showed the pictures, and she goes down where she's seen it and what all happened. It's only an 8-minute video. It's only 8 minutes. That'll be at noon. I'll still be at church when it's released. So once I get out of church, I'll throw it in the Facebook group. Robert, I don't know if you have Facebook, but I have a private group with the Squatch Topic PA. People have to request to get into it, and that's my way of being sure that bots don't get in, and trolls as well. But I release all my videos, gets put on there and whatnot. And